in my life was when my dad passed away. And that was also very hard for Grandma. I remember her saying to me, there's nothing in the world like losing a child. And I couldn't imagine. She said it didn't matter how old they were, if they were young or old, a mother should never have to bury her child.
Yeah.
And she's right. But one of the things that helped me to cope with my dad's death was, she said, when your time reaches, it doesn't matter what you do. No doctor can save you. If it's your time, it's your time. And I think listening to those words helped me to get through it, because in my head I kept going back and retracing everything, like what could we have done to save him? Why couldn't the doctors save him? And in this same situation, I'm sure we're all sitting here right now, why couldn't the doctors save Grandma? And I don't know, but maybe it was her time, or it clearly was her time. We're never ready to accept death, but if we walk the earth, we must one day die. She lives on in many, many memories. And the other night I couldn't sleep, and I told this to Uncle Kishore. And I remembered, I think I told my mom, even Raymond, I tossed and I turned, and I remembered another thing she said to me. And that was, when my dad died, she remembered that no matter what, he would always come over and have a cup of tea with her and sit and talk. And that was one of her favorite things, something that she missed the most, was someone sitting down, having a cup of tea and talking. And so that night, I closed my eyes and I envisioned Grandma and Daddy having a cup of tea and talking. And that gave me some peace, and I fell asleep.
No, she came downstairs to see me at 3:30 in the morning, and she told me her story. So she said, "You ain't gone to bed yet?" I said, "I'm having a cup of tea." And she yelled at me. I said, "I don't care. I'm having my cake."
So I yelled at her as she was having her cup of tea, while Grandma and Daddy were having their cup of tea, and I fell asleep.
But I went to bed at 6 o'clock.
That's an incredible story.
Yeah,
That's the memory.
that was a lovely memory of Grandma.
Grandma loved her McDonald's
Yep,
chicken
and
nuggets.
her French fries.
Every time we take the kids there, she'd always give the kids money to buy chicken nuggets. Or if we're driving her somewhere, she's like, "Stop at McDonald's and get chicken nugget for the kids." Well,
And
she
our-
wants it. She used the kids to get the chicken nuggets.
And even at her 89 years old, I remember one day they left our house, and Uncle Kishore's like, had to stop for French fries for Grandma.
Yeah.
You know, and she used to always go to Albion Mall with her friends.
That's true, because
That
when you
was
guys come back by week, you
one
should
of
get
her
stuff
favorite
like
things.
everything.
Yeah.
See French fries by way, the chicken nugget.
One thing about Grandma is, anytime we go there, she always gives us food.
Yeah.
No matter what time or day, she's like, "Come eat, bye."
In spite of her state of dementia, which was diagnosed as severe, she had severe dementia. She didn't even know me. She didn't know who I was.
You were Dad.
Joshua's dad too.
Who
Yeah.
I was, and
Dad and church.
Yeah.
And because of the connection she felt with me, I could have get her to do anything.
Mhm.
Anything. Like she would not eat from nobody.
No,
She would not take her medication.
nobody. She
If
would
the
give up.
PSW couldn't bathe her or feed her.
Remember that? the first-
You know, she told me one
last
day
time
when
she was in the
I'm
hospital.
cleaning her, she said, "God to bless you." And, like the past 4 months that she came and lived with me, my family has changed my family life, changed my life, bring meaning to my life in a very positive way. Right? It was like magical. The transformation we made in the 4 months that she was here was unbelievable. Unbelievable. Going back to her state of dementia as severe, this lady from Ramzek named Jane, I have her on Facebook, and she constantly watch my posting, and I've been making YouTube videos since she came. We opened up social media for her. She never was a social media person, but because of the
Dynamics.
what was going on, I hate to use the word. I don't want to use the word dynamics in this scenario, but because of the memory we start to create with her, like Jane was constantly watching and seeing and observing, and I haven't spoke with this lady in 37 years. Since we come to Canada, I never spoke with her, and she called me, and I have her on Facebook. I know her as Jane, but I didn't know which Jane it was. And she said, Bob. She called me Bob, and I remember she used to call me Bob. She got a lot of almost all the kids, I'm saying Bob, and she said, Bob, I see mommy and how you got to her, and I pray. And I said, Jane from Ramsek, opposite Pukunu. You say, yes, Bob. She said, I said, oh my God, Jane. And then I said, Mom. I said, Mama. I call her Mama. I said, Mama, you know Jane? Jane from Ramsek? He said, yes. I said, who is Jane? He said, Lilia Data. I was like, oh my God, I didn't even know after she said Lilia Data, then I remember who Lilia was. Lilia was a lady, you call her Catch Me Hand. That was Catch Me Hand. And I was like, oh my God, she remembered. She haven't seen these people in 30 something years, and she remembered who Jane Mother was.
You
But
remember
she
Catch
didn't
Me
remember
Hand?
who I was.
I remember Catch Me Hand. Yeah.
Right? I mean,
Catch
like,
My Foot, Catch My Hand.
it's, dementia is
But she remembers
It's a sickness
Natasha and because her granddaughters.
yeah. There is, and coincidentally when on Cecil, our second son, when on the day of the anniversary of his cremation, in the morning, I bathed her, and I was combing her hair.
It's nighttime.
It was in the night, right? It was in the night.
She wanna go bathe.
And she calling for Cecil.
Oh, yeah.
She wants Cecil to come comb her hair on the anniversary of his cremation.
Yeah.
Like she had some spiritual power, I believe, was going on in her. There's many stories that I have, or scenarios that I've experienced in the past 4 months that led me to believe that she had some sort of spiritual powers in her. I can't, you know, I can't remember a lot of them at this time now, but because of everything that's going in through my head, my brain can't process the thing, but
But she wants you guys to all live a good life and no bickering. She wants her kids to live a better life. It doesn't matter if she's deceived, she wants everybody to come together. She was like that. She said, I don't want to hear bickering. Please make peace. That was her wish.
and that word peace have a great meaning.
And she always says she wants Kishore to do her dead work.
Every morning when she, you know, for the most part, like sometimes she will remember all her mantras. She, you know, there's one mantra she never forget, and that is the universal peace mantra. So with Lorraine mentioning she wanted peace,
Yeah.
I believe that's where it came from. Constantly, every day, with all the mantras she knows and she sometimes remembers, sometimes forget. She never forget the universal peace mantra. Om Bhurbu Vassva. So that leads me to Atiya now. Atiya, we can sing a couple verses of the universal peace mantra. Then if anybody have any other story,
Sing with
that,
1 minute. So.
when you come and we can say something.
Come on, Mika.
I was in the vision and
as well. So, Grandma, Ambika was like her buddy, right? When Joshua was born, I was pregnant with Joshua, and I was living in Vancouver, if you guys remember or not, but I was out there, and Grandma was determined. She was coming to Vancouver because she had to be there when the baby was born. And I was like, Grandma, it's okay. You don't need to worry. I will be okay. She's like, no, you know how hard it is to have a baby. And when I had Josh, she came to Vancouver. And she actually changed her flight. She had originally booked her flight later. And Josh came early. And Grandma's like, I'm coming. She paid money. And it was her and Ambika that were coming because Uncle Kishore and Auntie Jenny had the restaurants at the time. And she said, I'm like, Grandma, you know it's a lot of money to change your flight. And she's like, I'm changing my flight for me and Ambika. Ambika had to be there with her because Ambika was her buddy and Ambika needed to be with her the whole time. And so Grandma came to Vancouver and this lady, I mean, I thought she was coming because I was having the baby. No, she was coming to look after me. All day in the kitchen, day, night. All day she's there. Ginger tea, kobe, dal soup, chicken soup, all day. Every time I turn around,
got food in the house.
every time I turn around, Grandma has something else. So, or she's running with Ambika. Ambika, go get this for Natasha. Go get that for the baby. The whole time. But I had that opportunity, and me and Ambika would actually cuddle up on the couch and watch. At the time, she loved Tangled, Rapunzel. So we would cuddle up on the couch while Josh was sleeping and watch a movie while Grandma was making dal soup because she was insistent. She was insistent, but I will forever be grateful for her because she was right. I didn't know in that moment what it meant to have a baby, and I would not have eaten if it wasn't for Grandma. I would have been so focused on everything else, and she was determined with recovery and looking after Josh, everything. She was there. And you were too. And you still are. So now we have to cuddle up and watch Tangled.
This is Mom's favorite mantra, the one that she never forgot. So